Hello and welcome to another video. It's so good to have you along and see all your smiling faces. Actually, I can only see the camera, but who cares? My name is Elmo Karjalainen, but you can call me this guy. And today, we're going to talk about why you should stop using tuners and start using your ears. So I'll be right back after this intro. Okay, so welcome back. Today we're talking about why you should stop using these things, and no, I don't mean clip-on tuners, I mean tuners in general, and why you should start using these things that you have attached to your head, your ears. I think everyone should learn to tune by ear. Now, I see this a lot in my students, and I worry that it's become too easy to get a tuner just like this. You attach it on and that's it, or use an app that's free for your phone and you just tune your guitar and you never really use your ears. That's my worry anyway. The faster you learn to tune with your ears, the better. It's not working. Yes, you should learn to tune using your ears. Why is that? Well, number one, it improves your sense of pitch. It improves your ears. Any kind of playing and practicing will, of course, improve your ears, but this is kind of an added bonus for free, and especially so because you're actually concentrating on pitch. When you're practicing whatever, like, you're not really concentrating on pitch. You're concentrating on technical stuff and so on. Especially true when you're starting out, when you're learning and you're a beginner or even intermediate guitar player, you're concentrating on other stuff. So tune using your ears because you'll be concentrating on tuning, and that in turn will improve your sense of pitch. And your sense of pitch, by the way, that's one of the most important things you have as a guitar player. Secondly, you might need to know how to tune by ear because, let's face it, you might be in a situation where you don't have a tuner. You might be getting ready to go on stage and your tuner's died. And where's my phone? I don't have the app. Damn, where is that app? I don't have that app. You have to go on stage, tune the guitar by ear. You can do that as long as you get the note from someone else. You get the note from the other guitar player who has his guitar in tune, or her. Second point, you might need to know how to tune your guitar by ear. Now you could think of a number of scenarios here, but let's say you're sitting by the campfire and everyone's, you have your acoustic guitar and everyone's like, hey, let's play that song. Yeah, that, you know, that Hendrix song? Yeah, that one. Anyone have an app? And no one has an app. Everyone's left their phone at the cottage or somewhere because, hey, life without smartphones can be quite nice. That's one conceivable scenario. Another scenario is that you might just be getting ready to go on stage and your tuner is dead and you notice your guitar's out of tune. You might need to know how to tune it by ear, especially if you're the only one playing. If you're a troubadour, it basically makes no difference if it's spot on in tune because no one basically has perfect pitch. Few people do. But that might be a situation, or you just might be in a band and you're going on stage and no one has a tuner, your tuner is dead. You need to know how to tune your guitar by ear. Besides, when you're playing on stage and if you know how to tune your guitar by ear, you'll also notice when it's out of tune much easier, which relates to point number one, which is it'll improve your sense of pitch. Okay, so point number 3, why you should learn how to tune your guitar by ear. Because it improves your ears. I said that was point number 1, but I thought that was important enough to say it again. So, how do you do it? Well, this guitar is like this. It sounds like the audio equivalent of donkey's balls. Now, how do you do it? Well, you have a few different ways you can do it. First one would be just simply, if you're comfortable enough with tuning by ear, you just compare the adjacent strings to each other. Still not good. Better. Can get away with this. Second way to tune it is, of course, to compare the adjacent strings so that you press down on the 5th fret of the previous string. So if you have the E string like this, you press down on the 5th fret of the B string. That's no good. Hey, that's much better. The only exception here is the G string, G string, where you press down on the 4th fret. And there you have it, it's fairly well in tune. One other way is to do it using harmonics, so that you do this kind of thing. I find I get my guitars better in tune using harmonics, although I often don't bother. So you get the 5th fret harmonic on the E string and the 7th fret on the A string, and they should be the same. You hear that slight wobble? You hear that slight wobble in the sound? That's when it's out of tune. Now, the slower the wobble becomes, the closer you're getting. If it becomes faster, that means that you're going out of tune. The same thing goes here, A string, 5th fret harmonic, and 7th on the D, and so on. The only thing you can't do is the kind of the G string, 5th fret, and the B string, 7th fret. Because that'll be like that. So I always do that one like this. So that's basically it. Now, you might run into someone on the old internet or somewhere else saying that you can't tune your guitar using harmonics because the harmonics are not in tune. Now, as far as I'm aware, that's absolutely true. Now, no guitar ever is in tune entirely. So if you tune it over here, it'll be slightly out of tune over here. That's not a big problem. Your ears should be developed enough that they can hear when you should correct something, and your hand should basically just correct it. It's not a big deal if you're slightly out of tune. That's why you have vibrato. Because that helps correct tuning issues as well. And very few people play chords up here, especially the big kind of bar chords. You can do it over here. The D sounds better over here. Anyway, so that's basically it. Which brings me to my last point. Tune your guitar by ear. Stop using tuners. Now, like I said at the beginning, I think everyone needs a tuner. So what's a good tuner? Well, the TC Electronic Polytune clip-on surprised me because it really is a good tuner. All the other Polytune tuners are good as well, as far as I know, but it can be basically anything that does the job. You can get a free app on your phone. Those aren't great, but if you're willing to not have the best, well, those are fine as well. And if you're on a budget, that's a good way to go. But that being said, tune your guitar by ear. You can always check with your tuner after you're done. That helps. And if you get it slightly wrong, who cares? As long as you're practicing, that's all good. If you're making a video explaining how to tune your guitar and you get it slightly wrong, who cares? Like I did. Learning by failing. Now, loads of other equipment also have inbuilt tuners like multi-effects units. I think that one has, the Roland Cube has an inbuilt tuner. The Fractal Audio Axe-Fx has one, and loads of gear has an inbuilt tuner. But I don't think you should rely too much on them when you're kind of sitting around at home practicing. Just do your tuning by ear. Different thing when you're going on stage or if you're recording something, use a tuner. But I think your ear should be your go-to kind of thing, because it's your ear judging your playing when you're playing. So, it improves your ears, start tuning by ear. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like. If you didn't, please give it a thumbs down. And feel free to let me know what you thought. And hey, subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to support me on Patreon, because all of that money that I make there goes towards me making more of these videos. And yeah, I like to end by playing something, and I think I'll do that again today. So here's something improvised for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in another one soon. Take care. Goodbye.